Hi, welcome back. This week I am touching on a topic which is my fear. Go ahead and subscribe and like this video if you would like. And at the end of the video, just let me know what you think. If you would like me to do more videos like this, like list type of videos of things that I like or whatever. So I wrote some of my fears down in this notebook. I'm only going to choose like 10 of them this week too, just because I know it sounds weird, but I actually have a lot of fears and it'd be a lot. So let's just get on into it. My first fear is roller coasters. I'm afraid of the drops and stuff, but it's more of like before I get on a ride, I have so much anxieties, and like my mind goes through a lot of like what ifs. That's what like a lot of these are from. Like I'm always like, what if this happens, what if that happens, and I'm just not a fan. So number 2 is haunted houses. I just hate pop-ups. I can't stand them. I've always hated them. 3 would be bridges. Okay, and I was on silly to say bridges, but I don't know, it kind of just came up randomly. Just more nervous. I feel like these are more like anxieties than they are like fears, which are the same thing kind of, but I get really anxious about it, and it just came up randomly, to be honest with you. Like I was just driving over one time and I was just thinking about like, especially the ones with like the ocean underneath you. I mean, it'd be scary if it was a big open thing, but like if it were to just like break, like you could fall into the ocean and then you could die, or and stuff like that. I know it sounds ridiculous, but these are things that I'm afraid of. So 4 is elevators, and kind of like the same thing with bridges. It's more of like I go through like what if, like this could go wrong, all this stuff could go wrong, and so like, I mean, I've heard so many stories of people getting stuck in elevators or elevators breaking or all that stuff, and I'm terrified that one day I'm gonna go in an elevator and it's just gonna like fall, because I can't stand the ride Tower of Terror at Disney World or Disneyland, because I hate those drops. I hate dropping for sure, and so I would be so scared and terrified if an elevator were to just drop. 5 is I have a fear of messing up. I do not like messing up. It makes me feel like scared. I hate like being like wrong, or I know that sounds really bad, but yeah, I don't like being wrong. I like being able to know my stuff, and being in like when I mess up something, I get really hard on myself. So I'll like be like, why'd you do that? You're so dumb. And so I have a fear of messing up and making people upset. Number 6 is public speaking, and I feel like this is a fear that a lot of people have. I really do not like talking in front of a lot of people. I really don't like talking in front of people in general, like even like a small group. Like, I mean, if I know you, then I'm fine, but I really can't stand, I hate talking in front of large crowds. And I feel like, and it's weird that I'm talking on YouTube, but it's like, you know, I can't see the people looking at me, and I just feel like I have a fear more of like being judged than I do like talking in front of a big crowd. I hate feeling judged. I hate it so much, and yeah. So I'm sorry, this video is gonna be a little more rambly. I hope I'm making sense with a lot of this stuff, but yeah, so moving on. My next fear would be the dark. And I know I'm 22 and it sounds childish to say that I'm scared of the dark, but I really am. I do not like the dark. I have to sleep with some type of light on, whether it be like a nightlight or like the light from my TV, and I probably don't get as much sleep as I could because of the light in my room. I've always, since I was a little girl, I've always been afraid of the dark. And I have to this day. I mean, it's a little bit better now because there are days where I can sleep with the light off, with it completely dark. And it's weird because, you know, like when I'm by myself, I can't have the light like completely off. But when I'm at like my boyfriend's house, or if I'm at a friend's house or having a sleepover and I'm in the same room, I don't know why, but I can sleep with all the lights off. And it's really weird. Or like when I'm in a hotel room with all my family in the room, I can have all the lights off. I don't know if it's like I don't like to be alone. I don't like to feel alone, but yeah, I don't like to. Number 8 is kind of like, I feel like this fear is kind of like the reason I have a fear of a lot of things, and I feel like I should put this last, but I am scared of death. I'm scared of dying. And I know that sounds bad to say, but I really am, because this one and the next one kind of tie together, and I hate, and what's scary is lately there's been a lot of, you know, accidents and people dying, and it kind of brings me to the next one. The next one is I'm scared of the fact that, like, not having enough time. That's my next year. Not having, like, running out of time. By that I mean like never knowing like when it could end, you know, and you never know if you're gonna be able to accomplish all these things, and I want to be able to accomplish so much, and I have this fear of not being able to have enough time to finish all the goals and stuff that I want to accomplish, and that's what makes me scared of death. And kind of like the fact, like, when you die, you never know, you know, people might forget about you, or you never know, like, there's so many people you're leaving behind, or and I would hope that, and I want to make sure, like, before I go, that I make some impact somewhere, so I'm kind of remembered. And that's what I'm kind of scared of, like, not, and I think that's why I'm scared of so many things. It's because I'm afraid to pass away. And I mean, isn't that kind of good that I like life enough to want to stay and fulfill my life, you know? But yeah, my last fear would be disappointing people, which kind of goes along with messing things up. By that, I hate when people are upset with me, or, I mean, I know people aren't gonna always like me, but I like to try my best and have people like me. Like, I like when people like me, of course, but I mean, I don't know who doesn't like to have people like them, but I like knowing that I am wanted, or that someone is happy with me. Like, I hate disappointing my parents. I hate disappointing, like, friends or anything like that. And so when people are disappointing me, it brings me so down. And yeah, that is all for my fears. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it seems like a little rambly, but I don't know how you don't make it rambly, you know? I hope no one finds me, like, crazy and weird. I mean, I am weird and crazy, but in a good way. I hope I'm not the only one with fears, like a lot of fears like that. I feel like I have a lot of anxiety, and I feel like if I solved my anxiety, I feel like I wouldn't be afraid of so much. I mean, it's okay to be afraid of some things, you know. I feel like it's normal to be afraid of some things. I just feel like also if I were able to face some of these, like if I were to slowly face some of these, then I would feel a lot better with myself. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.